Yeah, man. Coming to y'all, bringing this here like it's supposed to go, man. Some people call me Six Elena. Some people call me Six Elena Gina. Some people call me Six. Some people call me Six O. People call me Terrence, Terrence Wilson, Dion, however you know me. You know, whatever you want to call me. But prefer you call me a chain black individual, black man individual, whatever how you want to call it, man. I'm coming to y'all with some real knowledge right here, real talk. Middle of Black History Month. It's crazy, time I pick and choose to really release this here, man, really give y'all the insight of what I'm trying to do, man. But people might sound crazy, but writing a book, man, really you know, I don't wanna know what direction I wanna go in, but at the same time, no, I'm ruffling a whole lot of feathers, man, especially people with my color, man, they gonna say a brother talking about it versus slavery. Realistically, like where I come from a standpoint, I look at it like you got to realize slavery is like a form of rehabilitation, man. And I took that in my mind as far as when I was doing that time. People used to, run prison sentences and doing time in prison as a form of slavery. You know what I'm saying? They used to run a parallel. So when I look at it, I'm saying like, okay, so this is a form of slavery. Okay, it is. Actually, if they look at it, yeah, you down here, you got to, tend to these folks' land, man. You got to take care of, whatever they got you doing. They got you with the agate out there, whacking at that sword out there because you plant stuff, or they got you, tending to the hogs, or the slop, or the chicken coops, or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And the boy be boo-hooing about the the free labor or whatever. But I'm saying now we put ourselves in a position to be down there where we gotta pay back to society. You know what I'm saying? Time we tend to the land so we take care of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And while I was down there, you know, like you say, man, when you go back into slavery, you had two type of Negroes. You had the yard Negro and you had the house Negro. The yard Negro was one predominantly out there, tilling to the land, and whatever whatnot. Then you had the house Negro, the one that's inside, tilling to master. You know, you gotta do the math. In prison, if you a house Negro, really, that's saying you practically like S2 status. Practically, you did all the slavery you had to do out there humping in that heat with that aggie in that sun with the extreme heat and with the conditions for snakes, whacking on stuff in cold, however they had you out there doing it. You had to be out there long, for a little while until you comply, and as long as you was out there, you tended to the business, you gradually moved on along. You went from being out there to working in the kitchen, or being an SSI, working in the infirmary, or going to school or whatever, whatnot, or just laying up all day. Like I said, you became a house Negro as far as from there, yard Negro, then the house Negro going into trustee camp, where you practically it's two stats. You really living like a king, basically, while during that time that you inflicted upon yourself during the incarceration. You know, with literally a little bit of limited restrictions. So same thing. I go to slavery. I could see myself being in Africa. No way, no way, Jose, no. And with the people boohooing about poverty and the conditions, where they people in right now on American soil, you brothers that's out here going out to do with this stuff right now wouldn't make it probably a day in them Africans' shoes. I can't even say shoes because they in barefoot or wearing sandals. Couldn't make it out there, brother. No, no, for when you think about the gangs, and the initiation, and somebody just jumping on you to become a man and say you were part of the gang. In Africa, man, you get more the stream. You probably had to bungee jump with a vine or something or some kind of like piece of wood or whatever that they had attached to your legs or now, saying, some kind of sap, whatever, I don't know. Just thinking, I can do my research and go back and forth to, but I'm just thinking on freestyle. But I'm gonna go back into it as I write my book. But that ain't part of my book. But I'm just saying, it's becoming a man. It's just what you had to go through, or probably get disfigured. They slice your face or put some in your ear, or put some in your nose, or a ring around your neck, and just to be African over there, man. Stuff people going through over there, man. You know what I'm saying? In that modern Africa, then over here, America saw, and then some Negroes will make it over there. So quit boohooing about what the white guys in Anglo-Saxon, Caucasian, whatever we call doing over here, because majority of stuff was going on over here. We inflict on ourselves, not necessarily us, but our ancestors didn't pay the way properly. Well, we're better to obtain anything, you know what I'm saying, as far as inheriting anything. If say your family tree or someone in your line, say whatever, my last name Wilkins. Okay, Wilkins beforehand, we'll say centuries and centuries, eons and eons beforehand, they established stuff, own stuff, build stuff, and as it go down, they pass it on to their descendants and to their heirs, and on and on and on. And as I came along, I would have owned something, had something, because my family I would have grown, it would have went into the business. That would have been a part of my lifestyle. So what I'm going through right now is really what my ancestors, what they weren't able to do, you know, and can't nobody take nothing away from nobody but what's going on over there, because you had people that come along before my people that had opportunities to become successful, and they didn't become successful. And then they pass on to it because you only learn what you were taught. So me saying that, man, I never had a father figure. I mean, I had male figures in my life, but they weren't father figures per se. They weren't ones to show me, man, if you really want to get out to the ghetto and pull me to the side and say, man, look, man, get yourself into school, woo, 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 and stand over me and watch me do my homework instead of just saying, you're doing your homework and walking on by me. You feel me? As far as telling me, man, man, you want to be good on the football field, I'm going to go out there with you, man. I'm going to take like 3, 4 hours out of the day, man, and just run around with the football with you, try to actually attack you, show you movements, or throw that baseball and hit it with the bat, or, you know, basketball, shoot some hoops and stuff. You know, we ain't had that coming up. You know, there's a bunch of kids, my generation, behind my generation, so forth, that come up in broken homes that way. You know, majority of the, you know, people of my color, they're, you know, they're dysfunctional, you know, for the upbringing. You know, it's about, you know, it go all the way back, man. People always want to blame the man. It's not the man. The people gave us the opportunity to come over here on American soil to modernize this America at the pace and at the rate it is now. You got to do the math. Them people had the smarts in a sense to invent a whole lot of stuff, but when they brought us over, you know, they used our strength that we have generically and genetically, I mean, and our power, agility, you know, to, you know, move America along as fast as we did by coming over here and helping them till to the land, pick cotton or whatever, what's up for, because the manpower they brought, you know, additional people, you know, with more manpower you get more stuff done. So, you know, there is a reason for everything, and people are always gonna be boo-hooing, saying, man, but the harsh conditions, man, come on, man, we was in. Our people originally was in probably TP hut in the bush or whatever, barefoot, you know, had to hunt for what we wanted. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to eat, then we go hunt. But until then, the people probably laid up, had sex all day, or just laid up, picked on plants, or somebody got a scar. You know, you got to do the math. If you get cut, hurt, or anything right here, you get stitched, hit up with anesthesia, take meds, and you be healed within days. You know, over there, you had a witch doctor or something, probably, you know, inflicting voodoo on you or whatever or whatnot. Or like they say, getting an aloe vera plant or something and putting that on you and hoping you heal. And, you know, they weren't stitching you if you get cut over there. You walking barefoot on your feet, or stitching you get cut. You know, so you know, it is what it is. You know, it ain't going down into the HIV and unrestricted curricular stuff that's going on African soil. You know, today in past tense, you know, we got to think about it, man. People are always talking about white people are racist, but no, they are. But you got to realize the reasons why, and you got to realize that we made them racist because we're savages. You know, we came over here, we wasn't, you know, mild mannered. You got to realize we come from beating on Congo drums, running around, you know, hunting, and so we were savages. So when you come over here, you got to do the math. People are going to bring Africans over here. You got to realize they traded for us, you know, to come over here to their land and upbring America, revolutionize as fast as it did. You know, the people are going to bring us over here and just let us loose. Man, we would have been running around them folks' places, taking out their livestock, cattle. We never seen a white woman before be amazed, probably raped them, all extracurricular stuff. Come on, man, be realistic. No doubt Africans had jewels and all that stuff, so they wouldn't have really amazed us, but at the same time, we came over as slaves. We were slaves before we left. Shaka Zulu ran everything, terrorized everything in Northern Africa predominantly. Africa, he did that. He was slave trader. He traded us to them people. Realistically, due to history, I want to say Francis, Francis, something, but it was two Francis or whatever, Henry or whatever. When you go to the history on Shaka Zulu, he terrorized none of them white people. He terrorized all the Africans. Terrorized them. Every tribe, yeah. And then women be tripping about how men impregnate these women leave with them babies. And worry about it, he had baby with Shaka Zulu. You find out you pregnant, he murdered you. He wasn't leaving no descendants. Wasn't nobody following his lead. No. He wasn't leaving no air. You gotta realize some of these dudes is doing this stuff right there, doing right now, man. Like I said, it's hereditary. Shit, Shaka Zulu was doing it. He wasn't trying to hear that. This nigga ain't caring about leaving no baby on. It's crazy right now. Negroes doing it now. But sometimes you gotta realize the Negroes are doing it now. They're doing it because that's what they was taught. If they ain't had no father figure in their life, they don't know. They ain't got nobody giving them parenting classes and showing them, man, how to be a father. All they know is to be pregnant lady and love the lady, and once it's a problem brewing, they scatting. They ain't married, so they ain't leaving with the baby. That's all they know. And they ain't no father to see how to make a family stick together and uplift the family, bring the family on through it. That's why a whole lot of broken homes is now. That's why majority of my people right now suffering and going through it. Right here on American soil, on food stamps, living in the public housing, and they're gonna continue laying up, living in public housing and doing it, and the cycle gonna continue until someone break it. And it's up to us. If we can't continue to be hating on the white people instead of saying the white people this, white people that, they racist. Every time a white person kills somebody, we go up and down and want to write petitions and start an uproar. But you got Negroes killing innocent people every day over some shoes, materials, the littlest of the nothing. Let alone them people are scary because we already just genetically just beast at young ages. Them people scared of us, terrified of it, no matter if it's right or wrong. They did it. Yeah, we going crazy about it. Yeah, that's because one of them did to us. But when we do it, is R.I.P. Pookie, R.I.P. Lil B, or whatever wearing the shirts, and woo, it's Negroes to see a Negro murder another Negro today or tomorrow when you say nothing about it, but go crazy and try to write petitions about a white guy that did it. Come on, man, we need to get ourselves in order, man. People might want to say, man, that man crazy, man, on Uncle Tom stuff. No, I'm not being realistic, man. Those people, you know what I'm saying? I am of African descent, African American descent, but I'm mixed, Cuban in me. There's another Indian and whatever not. I'm a watered down version. I'm not a regular African because I'm not a savage son of a gun. I don't want nobody dead, but I would protect myself. Real talk, but it is what it is. I mean, us as people, man, we got to change our ways, man. When we get ourselves positioned to have opportunities to make moves and changes, we need to do that. Like you got all these white people coming out here instead of developing places, housing projects, steady putting up storefronts and stuff. When you got black people that got money, they can do that too and put up them storefronts and put up them public projects. And instead of these little sisters laying up on their vaginas and these little dudes running around doing this ill stuff, they can have that stuff black folk on. But people, they ain't gonna do that, because it's too much like right. And then at the same time, they ain't gonna sit down with them people and try to, rehabilitate them people before they let them loose, because you already know it's genetics. And them people riding, our people, you get them in there in the position to handle something, and anytime, style, form, fashion, there ain't too many like me that's gonna want to try to do it righteously. Ain't gonna find a way to fool over. So, it is what it is. And it's in our genetics, we somewhere, way, style, form, fashion, we gotta change it, man. And it's gonna take the ones that's able, to make the decisions to be able to put people in the position to change it. If I had opportunity to change stuff, I change a whole lot of stuff. If it's buying property or whatever, whatnot, you gotta do the math. You gotta, communities where dang near everybody got Jordans, Dana, everybody got motorcycles, Dana, everybody got cars, everybody got video game, Xbox 360, flash screen. You gotta worry about nobody stealing nobody stuff, because everybody got that. Why would you go next door and go steal his PlayStation? You got a PlayStation. Why would you go next door and go steal his Xbox or his TV and stuff and you got that stuff? See, that's the thing. You know, people prefer to throw it in your face. Look what I got. Look what I got. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, trying to help you get what they got. That's crazy. And I'm talking about people as a whole. And not just talking about just no regular race. No, you know what I'm saying? Not just sticking to one race, one ethnicity, one culture, for real, for real, for real. I'm not, you know, biased to any style, form, or fashion. And, I'm not pointing any fingers because, anything that really happened to me, really, I inflicted upon myself or I took it upon, my upbringing, everything I was taught and I seen it was in my face. It wasn't before me. So, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So, if I'm struggling, I come from a struggling environment. I come from people that didn't get their stuff in order before me. So, that's why I'm trying to change my way right now and get my stuff in order. So I can handle mine and for my children to be able to set his children for and be able to set guidelines and so forth and so forth. So we can try to break this cycle, man. It's realistic, man. And no way in the world people should be upset with the white people, my people, every day instead of trying to start a ride, look for reasons to go bananas when we really ought to the common denominator. The bottom line to the root of the problem. So, yeah, same stuff them people doing. As soon as it's broadcast on TV, a white guy did this to a Negro. It's crazy. Ooh, innocent Negro, but it's niggas Negro killing an innocent Negro today or tomorrow. Innocent a Negro killing an innocent Indian, an innocent Asian, an innocent Caucasian, a Negro doing it every day, and besides just doing it, with a weapon, you got people in the community right now selling that filth, I ain't gonna even sugarcoat it, I'm recovering that fry, you know what I'm saying? And, got people still funneling that through the hood. But then, besides party drugs, we got extreme drugs. You got people in the hood still selling crack, cocaine, you know what I'm saying? And that's like one of the number one things that's tearing down my culture. You got people and it's really tearing down their own families. You got brothers that'll sell it to their auntie, uncles, moms, nieces, cousins, brothers, whoever. And instead of tear down the community, instead of build up the community. You got these same people, yeah, they might go invest and, go put up an establishment and then continue funneling that stuff through the establishment just to, launder that stuff. And that's crazy. But it is what it is, way of living. What I'm doing and what I'm saying is ain't got nothing to do with the way of living that they doing. It's just that I want our people to change. Stop all that, bro. Man, we gotta do something else. For real, for real, for real. Man, these people already on to us. Ain't nothing I'm saying that ain't already known. Ain't, if I know it, they know it. Here, even though I'm out here, they doing their research, their homework, they know what's going on, and we the fools continue thinking they don't know it or continue doing it. We the ones, add fuel to the fire. We fueling Satan. We giving, Lucifer fuel to his fire. It's crazy, and not even take it to a religious note. I don't want to continue living this way. So I'm changing. Gradually, I'm trying to come up with a way. That's why I made my decision, man, to write books. I'm trying to write 2 books, man. I'm one about the embracing of slavery. And then whatever you try to come at me with about how did the cruelty, about people beating slaves, man, you got to realize, man, if you paid for a slave, we were slaves before we came over here. We were slaves in Africa. When they came over here, so it was slave before slave. We go all the way back to the beginning of the Bible. Hebrews, they were slaves. So it ain't about them people slaving us. Ain't like we was free over in Africa and they just brought us over here to make us slaves. No, we were slaves over there. Even if we was in tribes, Shaka Zulu ran everything. And if you wasn't in his tribe, you practically was a slave because he come to conquer everything you got going on and you rule by his law. Real talking. He had people walking bare feet because he wanted them to have feet of steel. That's crazy. So all that, you get go your history, yeah, and see what's going on back into the 1700s and 1600s or whatever, whatnot. From coming to the 1700s and going into the 18s before we came over here on American soil, Shaka Zulu, back practically in the 1700s. Yeah. We were slaves before we even got here. So don't act like them people just brought us here and made us slaves. We slaves before we even got here because we was a tribe. We wasn't living peacefully because Shaka Zulu, you weren't part of the Shaka Zulu tribe, you weren't part of his nation. You go like they got that saying now, you roll and get rolled over, you roll and get rolled over African soil. So what's going on over there, what's going on when they brought us over here, was a part of it. But then like every slave was released through the mail. Hebrews was released. Africa was released. The dude is inevitable. The dude, you can't keep the people confined. You gotta let the people up. You can't continue oppressing them. And keeping them depressed and suppressed. You gotta let them up. And see, when they let us up, it's a form of rehabilitation. They want to make sure we were situated and civilized before they let us loose. You can imagine bringing those straight Africans from Africa, the one that's normally, when it's time to go eat, get up and go hunt for their food. Realistically, the ones that just only lay up all day, you can't get them to come over here and all of a sudden they've been laying up all day to try to get them to work. That's why they were getting beat. Because when people were trying to go work, people used to laying up all day. They ain't had to go hunt for the food until it was time to eat. But over here, they were trying to modernize where you took care of that food and housed it, and you had it already. You had to go hunt for it already. You had to take care of it, till to the land. And when it was time to eat, you slaughtered it and you eat. Simple. Over there, it was different ways. So they tried to show it modernized. So when it came over here, they tried to show it. So all the beatings and all that stuff, being this is a form of discipline. It's just right now. That's what they try to take a couple punishment away from America altogether. But that's you spare the rod, spoil the child, continue spanking them, continue getting it to them. That's just how it is. And they say, man, but they was doing this and doing that. Okay, it was gonna be some rotten individuals in every little old family. It's a rotten individual. So, but it's the whole. It was the whole point with the people sending them Africans out there to till to the land. So food to eat, you do more, get more done with mass production. Mass production with more people. So that's why they had slaves. So they get. That's why America is upgraded as it is now at this state and era now in the 20th century, 21st century. They brought Africans over here. They had this knowledge. We had the power and the speed and the strength and the size to move America along as fast as it is right now. So realistically, you do all the math, you just put it all together, it makes sense. It's just logic. It did, picking the cotton, you gotta do the math. People went on Africa barefooted, pick cotton and they give you the material to make clothes. So all that was for a reason. It wasn't just for the hell of it. Harvesting the fruit, vegetables, and tended to the livestock, that was so you could eat. Even if it was scraps, that was still so you eat. You had to go hunt that stuff. It was already out there. You just had to tend to it. Simple. And people start talking about whatever you try to hit me with. Well, when they were throwing people over the ship, when they were coming over here, yeah, but them people sick, and you paid for them people traded. However the hell, they were trying to bring Africans to America. So, however, if you got millions of people and you're not trying to get them all sick, and you got ones that's sick, shackle to ones that's healed. I mean, that's not sick. Eventually, it's contagious. You got to quarantine in some way, and you ain't got nobody to heal them people, and you ain't got no way, to get the people in order. You got to throw them over. You got to salvage what you got. You don't want everybody to get sick, because you can imagine that if you ain't throwing them over, everybody gets sick, and it's contagious. It's gonna be viral to the point where the slave owners themselves would have got sick, and even the captain to run the ship would have been left at sea. Wouldn't nobody have made it. Everybody's been sick and died out. So whatever you come with, you come on with it, man. I mean, I'm just thinking the logics of it, man. Just realistically, what's going on American soil with us, we got to stop blaming the white folks and start taking responsibility for our own actions while we are in the positions. Not necessarily us, our ancestors places in our positions, because they supposed to be made major moves when the opportunities arise. As time first transpired, Africans start getting opportunities to own land, build stuff, become successful, as far as athletes and all that other stuff, entertainers. And back then, they were supposed to start buying property, owning stuff, and the people that came along behind them, They supposed to start building stuff, black owned property, whatever kind of style, form, fashion. As time progressed, it was a way they said, man, they wasn't any rights to do it. And then when the rights was available, when it was when the Civil Rights Act hit, when the people they had options to start owning stuff, building stuff, and they people in a position to do it. If they were doing the property then, it'd be less housing projects. It'd be less people on food stamps, less people going through the struggle. You got too many less people in broken homes, and people still got the savage tendencies because originally Africans were savages, and that's normal. Just seek and destroy. Like when you do business right now with people, do it with the white people, they abide. You do it with any other race between Indian, Asian, Mexican, Latino, whatever, they trade. You do it with the Negro, they're gonna steal you, kill you, rob you. You feel me? Rob you, steal it, kill you, and kick out with you, whatever the product. So I ain't doing no lying. Savages, man. That's what our people are. So it's in us, it's hereditary, it's in the genetics. It's just gonna take someone like me and more others like me, just start getting, in position, if sooner or later, if I'm in a position where I can start reaching out to the youth, as catching them while they're young and getting a hold to them and start teaching them what's up, and man, start telling them, man, what's right, and try to lead them in the right direction, man. You gotta, practice, man. Practice make perfect. You gotta continue instilling that stuff into these people, man. And as they growing up, and it's about being a father, man. Like I want to be a father so bad to my children, but me being in a facility and me not having a job because of my history, for the scars I have took going back and forth to prison because of my shortcomings, not necessarily because of the stuff I did, but like I said, my upbringing, my ancestors, people before me, not having me placed in a position where it would have been a little lighter on me, where I would have been doing stuff better, man, I wouldn't have brought my kids along, or I wouldn't be going through the situation I'm going through. So, you gotta realize some people made decisions because that's all they had, this decision to make in that direction. You had options, everyone options wasn't, wasn't righteous, but it is what it is. And with this book, man, I'm dropping, man, I want people to really get the insight to see how a Negro look like me, tatted up, out the projects. I mean, then they said live in the project alone, but I stayed in the project, came up in the projects, up to my, out of by my adolescent stage, until my teen moved into, a neighborhood, a little better situation, but still around the same individual from projects, so you still had the project mentality. So, changing is just something that it comes with, what I want to say with I guess with wisdom, as wisdom, instills itself upon you and bestows itself upon you, you start saying, man, the decisions you've been making, they are insane, and the only way you're going to be making insane decisions is you can sit down and really just kind of like go over stuff and see what made you do some of the stuff you did. And, as I'm getting older, I'm starting to, like go over the past and see why I did some of the stuff I did, what led me to do some of the stuff I did. And then when I started looking back, I take it deeper and go back. While my people did some of the stuff they did. And so me looking at me and all the problems I had and all the stuff I did made me go back down my lineage or whatever how you want to see it, to the point where just not going down into my family tree, into my ancestorship, going all the way back and saying, yeah, man, yeah, it ain't just start, so, in order for it to stop, me and others like me, man, we gotta stop it, like even as brothers in the game, if I'm affiliated with a gang, if you're affiliated with a gang, instead of getting the little brother to start banging on people, you can get the same young brothers to represent that gang, a gang is a form of family, people want to be a part of something as a family. A family is to represent something, they stand by something. But you can get the same gang members to say, man, get your grades. Go in and get your school together, man. Go in there and be a doctor or lawyer. You can throw up a gang sign, yeah, in the classroom. Yeah, but you go in the class, there ain't nothing wrong with that. If you go in the class, I don't care about you being no gang, but it's a place for everything. It's time and place for everything. But at the same time, same individuals you say being in the gang, go play on the football field. Go get on the basketball court. Go play on the baseball field. Or, go get an establishment. You know, the same gang members, the same little dudes that want to run behind them, that see them, they role models of being a gang member. Them same little dudes do the same thing that they did, pay way for little dudes to go to school. They go become lawyers, doctors, or whatever, business owners, you know, or athletes, entertainers, or whatever, whatnot, even if they're in a game. So it ain't what you do, is what you're doing and how you doing and when you doing what you do. You dig, you know, man, and I really want people to understand, man, that the only way we're gonna make changes, man, is for we to, take responsibilities for our own actions and stop trying to make everyone else the reason. Stop making excuses. Stop making the white man this, the white folk this, everybody instead of starting on racism. Like every time white boy person kills somebody, it is an uproar, but our people are doing it to ourselves. White folks, they doing it. Like I said, Shaka Zulu been doing it. So even regardless to that, regardless, man, you just gotta buckle down. Man, right now we got black people that are uplift stupidity all day long. That's why it's Black History Month, so I'm getting on my people. Right now, you have a million people want to see that ratchet fighting. Or you see a million people want to see stupid stuff, fights, or it's just stupid stuff all day long. You see black people just comments how they cheating, going in on each other, or ever all day long. It's to entertain black folks. They just want to see controversy, conflict, complexities. They want to see a piece of harmony. Is just it's not. It's lame to black folks. What's wrong with being lame? What's wrong with being square? What's wrong with taking care of your household? What's wrong with owning something? What's wrong with being a homeowner? What's wrong with having a 401k, Roth 401k, or yeah, or a mutual, a mutual bond or something, stuff like that. Getting into stocks and bonds, saving account, checking account, stuff for your family and your descendants leave behind, So you just do the math. I was thinking to myself, if I can come up 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 million plus, and I only got 3 kids, 3 boys. And, I could put 100,000 a piece of both. If I'm a $10 million man, I put 1 million a piece for both, all three of them. Save myself, get them more, 1 million a piece, and that's reasonable. And out of 1 million, until once you make 21 or whatever, whatnot, you go get that, and you go whatever school you went to, whatever you got your knowledge, man. You apply that, man. You create your own business instead of trying to work for somebody. You create your own business, and you become a business owner. You know, instead of being an employee, you be an employer. So that's how you teach your kids, man. And if you, it stems from the upbringing. And when I say this, I mean, like I want to write another book, man. It's called Stop Thinking and Start Knowing. You gotta do the math. If you know a whole lot, you ain't gotta think about nothing, do you? Do the math. It take how many seconds it take to think. It sometimes take minutes to think, and you ain't got time sometimes to think. But if you know it, boom, you get right to it. That's why see people just worried about just knowing just what they want to know. You can probably pick up a book and learn about that. Pick up a book and learn about that. Man, our brain can absorb so much, man. For real. We only use percentages of our brain. We don't use our whole brain. We don't use our whole mental capacity. We don't try to pick up a book and learn this. Pick up a book and learn this. Pick up a book and learn this. Somebody come in there and they ask you something about something they don't even think you know nothing about. You say, woo, woo, woo. You hit them because you know that. You ain't even have to think. That's crazy. They be like, dang, how you know that? Cause, with the spare time I had, instead of looking at the TV, playing a video game, or laying up with a chick, or doing some frivolous stuff, listening to some music, I read a book and I just gained knowledge, so I know that. So instead of all that other spare time, while I was want to go outside, shoot hoops, or want to lay up, or want to play the video game, watch TV, and look at all this, fictional stuff, I went and got something that was non-fictional, or went and got something by autobiography, or went and did some history and some research, so I know stuff. So if somebody asks me about something, I know it, and they be like, damn, well, you know a little bit of everything. Yeah, because I'm knowledgeable. So but the book by, says stop thinking, start knowing. So when you got to think about something, it takes time out to think. It takes seconds to think. It takes minutes to think. But when you know it, you go right to it. Somebody come ask you something right now, and you know it, bam, I know that. But if somebody come ask you something you don't know about, you got to think. It take time out, man. That's why I say, man, I got another book, man, start knowing, start thinking, man. You start learning a little bit about everything. So it ain't somebody say, man, you think you'll know it all. Or you man, he think he know it all. Man, it's different, man, when you can really actually know it all. I mean, how hard could it be? Possible to pick up a little bit a book and read a little bit as much as this is possible. Man, you spare time. Instead of watching TV, playing a video game, or Friday cleaning or cupcaking with a chick or doing something extracurricular, just reading. You know, you can imagine you come up to a household. That's why them Asians be so smart, because you come to their household, probably everybody reading. They just imagine you come in the household and everybody reading. You come in the household, you can ask him about something. Everybody know about that, man, because everybody reading, they know and they gain the knowledge, they learn that. I mean, that's what it is, man. And man, if there's any kind of way possibility, man, I mean, the book I'm gonna drop, man, me being embracing this slavery, man, the book, man, stop thinking, start knowing, man. And man, I got a couple people, man, I want to sit down with, and a couple people already talking about sitting down with me, man, send it to publishers or whatever, whatnot, man, and release the book. As far as the one with me embracing slavery, because people want to see one being mine, I said, like, what a Negro talking about embracing slavery? I don't know where they want to know where I get this from. Like, huh? A Negro talking about slavery? Yeah, because I mean, Negroes, every time something come up, they blame the man, which is the white guy, the Caucasian, the Anglo-Assassin, whatever, however, because we are originally Anglos, and they call them Anglo-Assassins because they assassinate people. But at the same time, same token, you can do white people, and they say how many people white people hate. They probably don't hate Negroes. But how many people Negroes hate? We the more racist people. They try to make white people racist, but Negro, African American, are more racist. But we don't like nobody. We don't like our own people from the beginning. Then we don't like the white people. Then we don't like the Asian. Then we don't like the Mexican. You know, we don't give a dang about nothing. You feel me? So people feel like we the kings and we the more powerful people. Then we need to start taking that power and using it in a different structure and being more constructive, and then instead of being destructive. You dig? Yeah, man. I mean, it go a long way from dudes trying to get a chick, you know, get into her mind to finagle her to sell her vagina, instead of trying to get her to do all this degrading stuff, instead of saying, man, baby, ooh, you know, go to school, get an extra, gain some extra knowledge, go to college, or go get another additional trade, you know. So you know, men want to be a woman to be to home, take care of the household, get your woman to help, and your woman make the same type figure, and you know, it bring it take your whole family from being middle class on up to upper class, or take your family from being lower class up to upper class, or however, you know, same thing. You know, you got dudes, man, you know, they go in the club, you know, entertain us themselves, and go in the club, make it rain, make it rain. They brag about that, you know, being braggadocious, flamboyant about tricking off hard-earned money. I can't see me giving my hard-earned money to somebody that don't even work hard. Taking off your clothes ain't working hard. Jumping up and stripping them down a pole ain't no hard work. You mean tell me I'm gonna go work, get my hard on money, work. I work hard for, and no matter how I did, if I rap all day in the studio, it still take time. If I had to write a book or whatever it'll take time out. It's hard work. If I had to go blue collar, white collar, real work, and go in there for a woman that ain't did nothing all day, she don't get up until the evening, nighttime, and go in there. She probably get full of them drugs, whatever the hell she on, whatever, and go in there, and you go get her all your hard earned money and just rain on them. I mean, that's probably your kid's college tuition. I mean, you probably could take care of bombs in your neighborhood, to a charity, or take to like per se to your home, and shower your woman. That 15, 20,000, 30,000, you try to show up in front of somebody else, in front of everybody else, you could have took to privacy of your home, told your woman, baby, get out of your t-shirt and your panties, and do what 20, 30,000. Or gave her a brand new ring, brand new car, whatever. Put it in a bank account. Or, gave it to a family member that was struggling. Or gave it to the church. You want to go in the club. You make it rain on, man, that ain't hot. Capping, that's really what that is. Blow, riding, talking about money and stuff ain't nobody else got. That's really what it is. That's why I ain't care for the rap game no more. And trying to, entertain all that. That ain't what's up. Man, we gotta change, for real, for real. If we want America, to go forward, worrying about what's going on. Somebody else saw what's going on over there. It really ain't no big deal. You know, if y'all Americans want to continue fighting it, better. So be it. It's like these people right now, they can have a baby right here, boo-hooing and crying, sitting in a rocking chair swinging, and he'll gunshot, he'll fight, and there's a baby right there, and run right out there to go watch that fight, and that baby still be sitting there swinging, her and crying. They don't care about what's going on. They high. We'll see what's going on out there. Everybody else business. It's wrong people now. And that's why I say I ain't just speaking on no color, race, creed, whatever not. I'm talking about people in their own, all together. You know, a whole lot of changes need to be made. And with this book I'm coming up with the 2 books I'm coming up with, I mean, it might be more come along, cause I'm a man in thinking process. I'm a thinking man, and I'm gonna continue thinking until I can't think no more. Till I'm gonna start reading so much, so I start knowing a bit of everything. You know, to the point where I'm knowing so much, I'm be feeling like Albert Einstein running around here looking crazy. And then at the same time, and people gonna say, man, crazy, but I'm having all the knowledge in the world. And you know, wisdom is worth more than all the material you can bring me. It is simple. You know, I prefer to live a long life. You know, and then been and told you a little bit about everything and tell you a little not about nothing. You feel me? So you can look at me and judge a book by a cover, but I'm an intelligent individual, and I'm continue bringing you this stuff, and I'm gonna get it nittier and grittier as I continue doing my research and going into this phase I'm going into. You know, laying down the blueprint for this book. I'm an architect. I'm finna build something, and I'm gonna be ready to present it to y'all. I ain't just gonna be on YouTube. I'm gonna be on Worldstar Hip Hop, and I'm gonna be on other social media sites. And when I bring the book, I really want people to look at it and just see my perception coming from my view. You know, it's 2-way streets. People can only look at their view. They don't want you don't want to look at their view. 2-way streets, man. Look at everything. Open up your eyes. What God gave us eyes to see, man. He ain't gonna give us nothing, man. Everything that worth something, you had to work for it. Do the math. A diamond, you gotta go knock that stuff out of the mind. Same thing with gold, same thing with oyster. The bottom of the sea and the clam somewhere. You gotta go hunt for what you want. If you want to shine, you gotta grind. And I can't sit back and continue withering away and squandering God's temple. And I'm changing myself, and not necessarily for me, for God. And I don't want my family to be in a better position before I leave here. And it ain't about necessarily just leaving a legacy, but that's what I want to do also. But at the same time, I want to be able to change the reputation that I already have standing. I want to be an upstanding individual. You feel me? Instead of outstanding. Because you want to be the outcast. No one's doing all the wrong. You want to be one to change. You want to be one that's right. You want to be one I will look up to. That's why I'm into mentorship. That's why I'm trying to change, being a drug counselor and whatever it was, so forth. So I did a little bit of everything, so I know a little bit of everything. So I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to get people to wise up. And this is a positive message. And I want everybody to pay attention to it, man. If you want to get to me, man, if you're a publisher, man, publish a company, or somebody wants to down and get to me with the book I'm talking about. I want him to put it together, or you want to come to the round table and come to the book with the stop thinking and start knowing, grab me. Man, my contact information is the Genie, lowercase, the Genie. THEGENIE6 @gmail.com. All lowercase, the Genie 6 @gmail.com. Get at me, man. I ain't get away no numbers, cause you gonna have phone buzz up going bananas. You can email that stuff all day long if you're serious. I'll put it on the start or important over there or whatnot. If I know you're serious, and then talking about something, if you're really interested, get at me, and we can sit down and you want to get my outlook on how I feel about as far as either one of my books or my outlook on life as a change as a visual. We can sit down and talk about it. And man, I'm willing to do whatever y'all can talk about it, for as talk shows, if I got to, if I had to be an activist, if I had to go into the prison and tell this stuff, cause I want people to change. All we're gonna change is someone stand up. And I've been falling for everything, so I'm trying to stand up for something. You dig? So that's what I'm doing. And it's the movement I'm making. And like I said, man, get back into the book. I appreciate slavery. I appreciate being here on American soil. or I can sit in the AC, or I can go jump in the pool, and I ain't got. And instead of thinking about it being in Africa when it's terroristic every day, you really got to go through it over there. I'm grateful to be here on American soil, no matter what the circumstances is. If, no matter if it's being government assisted or I'm out here getting on my own home, practically homeless on American soil, I prefer to be America. African American, and I ain't holding nothing against none of the other races like other do of my color. Try to blame it on the white folks and everybody when it's us that put us in this position, and not necessarily us as us, but our ancestors, the people before us, that didn't lead the path when they had opportunities to. Because they can't say we had opportunities to do this and do that now, but when opportunities arose, when people of our color was becoming successful, when they had opportunities to own establishments and build stuff, they didn't. They didn't because they did, and they did. They would the people that behind them. They started branching out and started leading and had charity events and stuff like that, and uplifting our people as we came along. Our people came along better in this style of fashion that we in now. So no, I don't want to hear that, and can't nobody take nothing away from the people, the government, taxpayer, white folks, whatever y'all want to call it, because people right now don't pay a lick or nothing. Lay up in the housing projects and get toasted, roasted, and ain't tend to the kids they got instead of making more and still doing right stuff. And of every race, it ain't just African Americans, it's of every race. And people taking advantage of that stuff and still standing up. Even if it is a lack of job. Lack of job because it's a lack of education. Lack of education, people ain't taking time out to raising kids from these kids right now, 2 and 3 and 4 years old, whole grown folk conversation. If you sit down and talk to them, realistically, I want to be a part of my kid's life, and I want to see other dudes be a part of their kid's life, and I want to see changes made. So when the book comes, if you don't like it, so be it. I don't care because I don't owe nobody nothing, and I don't want nothing from nobody. The thing I pray for every day is to continue living. And I don't care because nobody can take that away from me but God. And until then, I get that child, let it know 6-0 signing out.